Jessica, how are you today? Eric? Good to see
Hey,
you.
I hope you're doing well, boss. I'm in New York, but
Are you?
I'm looking forward to listening in.
How's the weather there?
It's rainy right now, but I think New York needs it. I think it was dry for a long spell. Is that right? Yeah, so it's good for New York.
Well, that's good. I was talking to my brother who lives on Long Island. So,
Oh, is that right? We're in Queens now, so not far
yes.
from Long Island.
Yeah, he lives in Sayville.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and I've got cousins out there. I've still got relatives uh, that live there, and nieces, nephews, great nieces and great nephews. So,
That's
Back in
awesome.
that
You can
time,
enjoy the good weather
only
and
minority
the
guy in
beach.
this line of business in all of the United States.
absolutely. Well, it's good to have you on board. Hopefully, we'll have a quorum today. Jessica, have you heard from any other commission members?
Let's see. Robert said no. Betty said no. Um, Elizabeth said yes. Jim,
So we need Durakeen.
yeah, and she said that she's most likely going to be able to join.
Oh, okay. All right, Jeff and I just talked, and he said she thought maybe she'd be able to now, so we'll see.
Yes, she did send me a message.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
Mhm.
Jeff, good to see you. I think you're still on mute.
I am still on mute, but now I'm off. Good to see you. How are you?
Yeah, Jeff called me and let me know what's going on. So,
Okay. Do we know how many is going to be joining us today, Al?
well, Eric and I are here. We are hopeful that Hurricane will be joining us. So,
Okay.
if she does, we'll have a quorum. If not, we will still go through the agenda, but we will not ask for approval of minutes or anything else.
Okay.
Who's Hurricane?
Hurricane, you with us?
Yes, I am present.
Thank you very much. You make the quorum.
I hope everyone's been well.
Same here.
We'll get started in 2 minutes. Elizabeth, nice to have you join us.
Great to be here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And we have a quorum today, so life is good. Okay, it is 3:00 p.m. November 21st, 2024. Opening the meeting of the Maryland Alcohol, Tobacco, and Cannabis Commission. Present today are Chairman Silverstein, Vice Chair Morset, and Commissioner Rosarian. So we have a quorum. I'm going to ask for approval of the September 19th, 2024 minutes. Need a motion, please?
I'll motion.
Okay, and the second?
Happily second.
Okay, a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right. Ayes have it. All right, Mr. Herndon is going to be joining us today to give the executive director's report.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff Herndon. I've recently been appointed the director of the Field Enforcement Division for the Alcohol, Tobacco, Cannabis Commission. Sitting in for our executive director, Mr. Kelly, and going to go over some of our Field Enforcement Division items of interest to let you know for the previous month. Our agents conducted 165 alcohol inspections. They've completed 267 tobacco and or cannabis inspections. For the month, they had 13 reportable incidents that arose from those inspections and or complaints. They ended up making seizures of product that were obtained legally. Of that, it was 28,219 sticks of other tobacco products. And that was yielding an estimated tax loss of $17,291. They also seized 9,227 packs of cigarettes, yielding a tax loss of $46,135. And they've also seized 23 gallons of distilled spirits, 9 gallons of wine, yielding a tax loss of $42. The cigarettes, the large seizure that we discussed there, over 9,000, that was a culmination of a case that our agents worked over a period of months. Still ongoing investigation, charges are pending with individuals that were obtaining out-of-state cigarettes, transporting them into the state of Maryland, and using counterfeit tax stamps to put onto those cigarettes to be sold out of their stores. So we're now working in cooperation with HSI, Homeland Security, and we have numerous people identified, and like I said, charges are going to be pending on that. Our Regulatory Licensing Administrative Services Division, also to go over, we have open positions within the agency here. We're finishing up interviews today. As a matter of fact, we'll be filling 2 vacant agent positions to bring us back up to full staff. We've received multiple applications, and I believe the opening is, or the deadline is posted for that, for one of our research specialists. So we're going to be hopefully filling that position coming up probably mid-December. And our Legal and Legislative Division recently conducted the Alcohol Summit hosted here at our facility. And Mr. Chair?
Okay, new business. Want to talk about the Staff Volunteer Day?
The Staff Volunteer Day is going to be coming up. We have that on Thursday, December 19th, again, coordinated with our executive associate, Jessica, coordinated with the Franciscan Center of Baltimore. So we'll be looking forward to being on staff with them. There's going to be a toiletry drive for the Franciscan Center. And then it'll basically be our support staff will be going over there to help them with our reach out, helping provide hot meals, culinary training for those in the immediate area like we did last year. We'll get to meet and greet some of the folks from the local community and assist them through donations and being able to provide them with some meals.
One question I have, when we're finding now that the counterfeit stamps seem to be a new issue. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a newer issue. We've seen 2 different variations of it now. One was a stamp that was a self-adhesive stamp, and these latest ones were actually heat transfer stamps. The stamps themselves, to the untrained observer, look very legitimate. What we found is that we're becoming more of a destination state for the illegal activity, since the tax of the cigarettes themselves, the tax stamp is now $5. And I think that makes us second leading in the country, only behind New York. So if there's going through a licensed wholesaler for a carton of cigarettes is going to run a retail establishment $110 to $120, whereas you can buy the counterfeit stamps or the counterfeit stamped carton of cigarettes at least $50 cheaper than that. We also know of counterfeit products being brought into the state that we're working also the investigation that includes counterfeit cigarettes themselves, meaning the entire cigarette, the package, the carton, the whole thing is counterfeit. And those are being sold to retail locations for $50 or $60. So that's, and yes, there is a difference between the original Newport and counterfeit Newports. And yes, consumers can figure out the difference. But by the time, a complaint gets made, or the fact that the Newports that are normally $13.25 on the shelf are being sold for 12 or 11, you're less likely to complain about getting a cheaper price. So that's what we're dealing with there, Al.
And North Carolina is the only state that does not put a stamp on their cigarettes, correct?
Correct. Yeah, and that's where these stamps are coming from. Now, a lot of the cigarettes that we dealt with also came out of Virginia, because their taxes are much lower than ours. And in some instances, the tax stamp, rather than trying to remove the Virginia stamp, they were simply applying the Maryland stamp over top, kind of being lazy about it.
Okay. Does anybody else have any new business they would like to bring up, or any questions for Jeff? Okay. For the members of the commission, I spoke with Mr. Kelly, and we're going to schedule an executive session with the commission, talk about a couple of issues in the near future, and we'll be working with Jessica to get that set up. And also, anybody who would like to volunteer from the commission at the Franciscan Center are welcome to join the staff. And it's my intention to try to get over there and volunteer that day. So please put that on your calendar. All right, I need a motion for adjournment. I'll make a motion to adjourn. I need a second, please. Eric, I know your mic is turned off.
I'll move. I'll make a motion.
Okay. And Derek Kane, are you there?
I am, yes.
You want to make the second, please?
I second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. We will see everybody next month on December 19th at 3 o'clock. Thank you all for your attendance.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, everyone. Happy holidays.